Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you have not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support this channel, then there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they're live, and there's also a PayPal link below the video. However, if you'd like to join the discussion, most importantly, simply click the link in the info box below this video after muting the video you are currently watching. Please also share the show. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now, we are joined by Earth Flattener, Arwin, Jose, and The Plain Truth. Good to have you all. Don't all rush to say hello.
Not
Good
everybody
afternoon.
at once, I know, right?
Good afternoon, good afternoon.
All being
Tierra
polite.
plana.
That's good. That politeness tends to drop towards the end of the show. Any signs of curvature?
Nope.
Mostly for Earth Flattener, as he wasn't on the last show.
Well, a
Both
couple,
Aldrin went to the moon.
couple of hills everywhere, and
Yeah, so
Sound-
it's not technically flat.
No. Well, that was an argument JLB had yesterday. So it's
Right,
like, is
right,
the land really flat? It's like, well, no, I'm 250 feet above sea level here. So, no.
but
overall,
are the oceans level though?
Well, that was
Could
another
you just-
argument. It's like, it's an oversimplification to say the oceans are level. They're not.
Yeah.
They've got movement, right?
Just planar, it's planar.
Well, there's one person alive in Earth that went to the moon, and he never said the Earth is flat, so it must be a Both Aldrin.
Okay, sure.
Any signs of axial rotation, specifically of the Earth-based variety?
Nope. Hello, Liam, Harland.
Hello, Liam. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Good to have you.
Hi mate, how are you doing?
Very well. Can you mute your watch page?
Gotta mute your page.
Yeah, page is muted.
Jolly good.
Fight with his microphone.
Do you wanna get yourself comfy? Because you're making quite a lot of noise on your mic.
There's a lot of feedback.
Oh,
Yeah, pop yourself on mute while you sort it out.
Do you want to pop yourself on mute,
I'll
Liam?
pop you on mute.
Oh, these newbies, come on, man.
Give him a
Nah,
chance.
it's just first time appearances.
That's
No.
what I said, newbie.
Just
Yeah, if you
figure
want
it all
to
out.
chat, Liam, just move your mouse over your page if you're on a computer and click the mute button. If you're on a mobile device, just tap the screen and then press mute. So, any signs of gas pressure without a container?
Never.
Nope.
No.
What about self-perpetuating molten iron core at the center of a presupposed spherical Earth?
Ooh, that's a
man.
mouthful. Say that 5 times fast.
Any signs of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the center of a presupposed spherical Earth?
Yes.
Yes. Would that be evidence in cartoon books? How you doing, Event Horizon?
Hello, buddy. You alright?
Well, in the
Good.
presupposed spherical Earth, yes. So you should just ignore me and move on to our question.
Yeah, in the real world, no.
That's the more relevant one.
So what about actual evidence of Earth radius, the R value?
No.
Nope.
No cumulative
no.
drop. There's no cumulative statistics over long distances. There is no geometry measurements that point at spherical or curved in any type of way.
We can just add that afterwards though, right? We can just fudge it in after. Presuppose it.
Yeah.
But the ISS go around the Earth every 90 minutes, even though there was a stream where there were 120 minutes without a sunset. without
Yeah.
a sunrise.
Make 4 came on and said he watched them do a spacewalk that lasted 111 minutes, I think he said. But they're supposed to get a sunrise every 90-something minutes.
Whoops.
So next,
Any scientific evidence of gravity?
Nope.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Let's hear that cause and effect relationship lied out with the hypothesis then, Alwyn.
I'm gonna point at an observed phenomena of weight. And that is
So-
very specific. Yes.
So if weight, not if gravity.
No, weight is the cause.
Oh, so the observed phenomena is gravity. Do you want to show me that?
Oh, hold on, wait.
We can do this all day. Shall we move on?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
sure.
Unorthodox say the first step on the scientific method is ask yourself a question. So let me start the scientific method.
Okay.
What am I going to be eating tonight? That's my first step.
Well, that needs scientific validity. Quick, let's establish a cause and effect relationship for Jose's dinner.
Yeah.
So, any evidence for the distance to the sun?
There is none.
There is no distance
No.
to the sun.
No. Well, that pretty much concludes the housekeeping.
No missing persons. Everybody found.
Yeah, M. Scott Veach has turned up, and we've come to the conclusion that Bill Miller never existed.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Heard
how
anything of
sad.
Brian Mullen?
Imaginary friends.
Robbie Davidson's always been in touch with Brian Mullen's wife sporadically, and
Oh,
you know,
shit.
short of
Dude.
postulating that his wife's keeping him locked up in the basement, I'm pretty sure he's just safe and sound and keeping a low key.
Liam, you scared the shit out of me. I thought I was suddenly looking at somebody porn bombing us. But it was your hand.
Yeah, he's a real person.
I
I'm saying
thought,
hello
like-
to him in the camera too.
I don't want to know what's going through Arwen's mind. Obviously, you're a bit sex starved at the moment, Arwen. Bit of flesh.
No,
Suddenly
not
it's porn.
specifically. Just the shape was just suddenly giving me certain hints, like, oh shit, somebody's like turning their ass on the camera or something. It just happened to look very similar, but just,
Yeah, when
just a
I,
second.
when I,
I
When
think
I
he just
was
called
on
you
him,
an
he
ass
thought-
face.
when I saw him, he thought, I am Spartan because of the beard, you know.
So yeah,
No,
I don't know if
and
I
I'm
agree,
still
Arwen.
single.
Didn't look like an ass to me.
All right.
So I think you're new, Liam. You're on mute at the moment. But what's your deal? I don't think we've had you on before, have we?
No, yeah.
Your watch
can you hear me?
page is on. The page you joined the show from needs to be muted. Newbies.
Shout out to the newbie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
think-
have to lower your
Can you hear
speaker
me?
down.
You all
There you
good?
go.
So what's your deal, Liam?
No.
We can hear you.
Talk to us. Yeah, we hear you well.
Yeah. So where do you stand? Flat? Globe. Liam, can you hear us? You can't
He's
hear
got a
us.
nice beard, hasn't he?
I will write something.
I think he's figuring out how to get the sound from the Hangout now. So if you're on a computer, move your mouse over the page, top right. It says settings with the little cog. Just click on that. Oh, he can't hear me. Why am I telling him how to do an audio check for outgoing sound when he can't hear me? I'm a
Just tell me
dumbass.
what to write down.
I'm a dumbass. Anyway. Hopefully Liam will figure
I'll
it out.
write it down. Tell me what to say to him.
Click on the settings cog. Move mouse over page. Click settings cog. Change audio.
That's weird. If he can't hear the show, what's he doing?
I will figure it out in a second. Jolly good, Liam. Again, he can't hear me. Why am I responding to him? Amusing for the audience, if nothing else. Settings.
Okay.
Well, if he's watching the show, maybe you can see my mouse on his watch page. Who knows? It's a great show. Hey, you got a shout out, Make 4 from the chat about your observation of the ISS. 111 minutes. What do they call it? Spacewalk? Something similar? Ah, I can hear you now. Okay, yeah, if you come off mute. So what's your deal, Liam?
Hi, man. So yeah, I'm relatively new to sort of flat Earth debate. I've been watching your show for a couple of months now. Really appreciate your sort of strict rules on what can and can't be presented and stuff. More than happy to accept there's no scientific evidence for R and gas pressure with vacuums and no containers and all this. It's very interesting. But again, I'm in that position where I sort of fully accept all this, but I also accept I'm probably never going to be able to lay my eyes on the totality of it all. So I'm kind of on the fence, but yeah, happy to accept there is no scientific evidence for spherical Earth. So yeah, real interesting few months for me watching this.
Cool. Hey, Jared, good to have you.
G'day, my name is Jared.
Is that Jared speaking? Just very quiet.
Yes, that's me.
Good
Yeah,
to
that's
have you.
me. I'm Jared.
Very pleased to have you. So what's your story, Jared?
I used to learn as much as I could about the spinning ball and all the universe. Then I did some flat Earth research and some simulated research. I did a video observation on top of Mount Gambier Blue Lake. I was standing 190 miles and I was looking southwest with the Nikon P900 camera, and I could see a container ship, and that's probably like 35 k's away, kilometers, and then even a boat is 35 kilometers away from the coast. So I was seeing approximate me about 74 kilometers away, and I just did I got some videos here, but I haven't uploaded them onto my YouTube.
Yeah, if you want to share your screen, I'll present them if that's what you're hoping for. Wonderful.
What's
So we're talking container ships at 20 plus miles away, and then land in the background, you think at 70 miles plus?
What's
I've
his
got
channel?
some screenshots here.
Channel name.
I haven't got it uploaded to YouTube.
Have you got? Can you display it for us here?
Is it possible to do it on a?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can actually.
Yeah, if you move your
I'll
mouse over
turn
the
my
page.
video on and show on the Nikon.
Perfect. If you go over the Hangout page with your mouse, and then on the left there's a series of boxes. That I think the top one or the second one down is screen share, and then you just pick whichever screen you want to share. Ooh, might get some new videography presented. Awesome.
Yay. I think, I don't know, but I got a feeling that he's on a mobile phone and he's gonna record. He's gonna present the camera on the phone, looking through the camera, if I'm not mistaken.
Hello, SX.
Which is
Don't
okay.
stand on ceremony.
Hello, good morning, guys. Good morning.
Morning. Don't stand on ceremony, Liam. Just jump in.
So yeah, I was just wondering if anyone has heard of quantum locking, and if you feel there could be some sort of experiment on there that we could use to maybe measure the so-called rotation.
Yeah, sure. I've
So
seen demonstrations of quantum locking. What you're talking about is supercooling something and then having it potentially stick upside down to a magnetic track.
Yeah, does that have any relevance to, say, reference frames of the Coriolis, for example? Could that be used as some sort of experiment for that? I'm just spitballing, really.
I don't know about experiment, but is it useful? I'm not going to be the one to answer this. Somebody else answer.
Coriolis is purely an observational element. It has nothing really to do with forces or anything like magnetic. So it's
just an observation.
What's most interesting about it is that with the setup With, like, for example, super cold magnets, you can have frictionless motion, and that is very interesting
Mm.
and unique.
Hello, I'm back again.
Have you managed to find your bit of footage?
I've got the camera. I just don't know how to turn it back on. Can you see me at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got my camera just here, the digital camera. So I got to turn it on, and I'll try and show you the footage.
Are the files on your computer though? Are they already transferred onto your hard drive?
No,
Ah, okay.
I need to transfer from the this thing to the computer.
You might be
I'll
able to
show you
play
the
it off the
footage
camera. It's not
here.
something I've ever tried. If you plug the camera into the computer, you might just be able to screen share direct off it. You never know. Because we're not going to get anything like this off your camera phone. No offense. Thanks for trying though.
All right. That's all right. I'll upload it to my YouTube channel, and then I'll send you the link to my YouTube.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's Jared Clutterbuck, the same name as my Hangouts name. I've got 111 subscribers.
Okay, I'll just spell
Jared
it.
Clutterbuck?
Just bear with me a moment, Arwin.
Yeah.
So it's JaradClutterbuck. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent. So check out Jared's channel. Hopefully you'll see some long distance observations of concrete nouns in the distance.
It will take me 20 minutes to upload it, so I'll quickly go do that now.
Cool.
Thank
Can't
you
wait.
for having me on the show. I'll see you
Yeah,
another
that'd be
time.
awesome. All right. Yeah, when you get back, if the panel is full, just let us know in the chat, and I will gladly drop. I would love to see this.
Yeah, no worries. I'll do that as soon as possible. All right, I'll see you then.
Thank you.
That's cool. New person on the panel with P900 footage. It's exciting.
What was his? Was it all one word or was it spaced or what?
There's a space between Jared and... Is it Clutterbuck? I spelt it out
And
exactly
how do you
as I
spell
read it.
Jared? I know, but
Okay,
it's not
okay,
coming
hold
up. I
on.
don't see it at all.
AD.
Ah, he's gone. He's gone, so I can't read it off. You'll have to rewind on the re-up, because there's no DVR on these shows.
He's still in the back chat.
Yeah.
It's early on the show. Hopefully, he can make it happen before the show ends, and we get some good stuff going on.
Hopefully. So is it all died down with you now, Jose? Are you still getting accused of being a baller?
Yeah. Mostly one or two guys. They keep calling me, "Oh, you're a Chilean agent. You're working with Soundly, and you're working with the ballers, and you're always in the Gen Panda Discord and talking to them and whatever." I don't care. I mean, my journey is in my YouTube channel. The call out I did to Soundly, everything is there. I haven't met anybody online. I just love this show, and I come in as much as I can. Out there, my name, my face, just me.
Lottie from the chat says Jose works with us, 100% confirmed.
Right? Yeah.
Shout out to Lottie.
Yeah, I wish more flat earthers, call out to meet in real person with flat earthers and globe believers or whatever. Do some hangouts together, like in real life. That would be awesome. If you don't document it, record it, then bring it to other hangouts. Like, hey, I met with this person and this other person in real life. And we either did observations or we didn't. We just chat. That would be awesome. That's the whole idea of this. I think that should be the next step. Real life hangouts versus debate, in person.
I have to tidy up my information box. It's an absolute mess of links and videos. Still got that G Plus drive from Apollo with the moon footage, like the massive pictures. I've still got that in there. There's all sorts of crap in there. I have to tidy that up.
I don't think that's a good idea, Jose.
Why is that?
Because if the people are gonna start arguing with each other, now they can punch each other. You know, they're right in front of each other.
I was going to say, the reason I mentioned my info box, it wasn't completely just a random insert there. Sorry, I should have really qualified that. So in the info box, the first link is to Betty's Discord channel, which is called Flat Earth Debate Science versus Pseudoscience. And if you click on that link, it may need updating. I'll have to double check it. It might still be working from yesterday. But that will get you into the Discord server, at least with a temporary pass for a day. As I say, I'm out to update it. So if you're checking it live, don't bother telling me in the chats if it doesn't work. I don't care. I'll change it after the fact with a permanent link that will be non-expiry. So if you click that link, it might be the case that people just don't want to be broadcast. In other words, they don't want to take part in these hangouts because they are live. But that's an opening for anybody who wants to chat to people but doesn't necessarily want to be broadcast on that Discord link. So if not now, after the show is ended and rendered, get my tongue around it, check out that link, go to Discord. If you're friendly, you'll just get approved to stay on the site. If not, you'll get either ejected or your pass will expire. But that's a nice site, but Betty's done a really good job. She's in the process of building up that Discord server, and it's looking good. So, highly recommend it. It's the first link in the info box below this video.
And it's really easy to use Discord in cell phones. At least I done it. Download the app for free on the App Store. Create your username and password. You don't have to use your real name, and just click on the link, and you are in. Pretty much, you can text, share videos, pictures, and you can jump in a voice chat and talk to anybody who is available. But in the desktop, you can do it directly from our website. You don't have to download anything. Just create your information to log in, and you are in. So pretty easy.
Are you gonna start doing the hangouts from Discord, Nathan?
No, that's not my intention. So it's a separate entity. So although Betty has asked me to give her help, I'm not the first person she thinks I am with Discord, but she isn't either, and her and I together have been sort of thumbing our way through it and learning it together, her more than me. But eventually there may be the case that I do integrate? I can't think of the words I need. Incorporate, that's the one, parts of the Discord server into the show. So one of the side voice chats, if that's what it's called, is Flat Earth Debate Live show, and that in time might eventually be linked to the show. In other words, you'll get a fair warning if you're in that chat section, or whatever they call it on Discord, that bit might be broadcast while the show is live. So maybe is the answer.
I think that's a good idea for not to get sniped or stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another arm, isn't it? Useful in the same way I can introduce Skype calls to this conversation if needs be, to be able to introduce the whole Discord server or whoever's in that chat room is also useful. It's just the way the show runs at the moment it's fairly open for me to do. It's versatile in terms of how I can utilise what I utilise to broadcast. OBS is very good, and it just allows me to use whatever's on screen. So what's actually going out to the audience now is just my entire screen. Well, I say entire screen, it's cropped down so it looks nice, but it's whatever's on screen. So I can plumb the audio through Voice Meter Banana for Discord, and then literally just stick it on my main projection screen, and then that will get broadcast to the audience, whatever it may be. But I want to be completely familiar with it before I do that. And it's getting better all the time. Again, Betty was showing me various different elements of the Discord server that allows you to have a Skype call in the Discord server and screen share. And that certainly wasn't the case when I first looked at it a couple of months ago, and I very rarely dabble with Discord. So to see that sort of functionality is now available on the server, to me is a total game changer. It makes it extremely useful to someone like me who may want to broadcast a phone call and have visuals attached to it. So the server for that purpose may very well get incorporated into the show, pending Betty's permission for me to do so. It's her server at the end of the day. She's the one running it. It's her baby. I haven't really given her any help at all other than to hinder her with how it works for my benefit. But yeah, as I say, check out that Discord server. And I'm going to give another plug as well to Anthony. So as I said on the last show, there may be the case that Anthony does a a Sleeping Warrior-a-thon to explain in great detail what he's doing in terms of his, let's call it an infiltration of the education system through law. So he's going to be, as I say, running a show in the not too distant future, either today or in the next couple of days, to explain people how that is actually running. But I'll put the link to his GoFundMe. At the very least, go and check it out and share it on Facebook and Twitter. Even if you can't afford to donate to it, go and share it at the very least, so that at least others get to see what he is planning on doing. The whole point of raising money isn't necessarily solely to raise the money to do it. It also spreads awareness. So by me discussing it now, and admittedly putting the cap out in the chat and saying donate to his GoFundMe, it means people are getting more awareness spread about what he is doing, how he is doing it, and the purposes behind his intentions. So it's a very useful tool to not just raise money, but also spread awareness about what the intentions are and how it's going to be done. So check out his GoFundMe. I've spammed the chat with it. At the very least, share it. Hopefully you'll stick some cash in. We shall see. Might even check on it, see how it's doing. Talk amongst yourselves.
And all links are down below, right? For all this stuff?
They are indeed.
All right. I'll check it out later when I stop driving.
Okie doke. Yes, don't put your life at risk. Although it is worth putting your life at risk for this GoFundMe. Check it out. Links in the info box. I've just spammed the chat with it. I hope he does do his Ranty-a-thon equivalent. Good job I got there in the end. His Sleeping Warrior-a-thon. Because when Ranty did it, I really enjoyed it. Forget the actual fundraising bit of it, but it's a bit like back in the day when you watched Comic Relief, if you're a Brit, or whatever, Children in Need. Those sorts of marathons. They're obviously there to entertain people, to get them to donate. And that was what Ranty was doing. When I went through the idea with him, I was like, you've got to get a load of material together and present it, for a few hours and tell people what you've been doing, how you've been doing it, and what you'll be doing with the camera that you're raising money for. And the same goes for Anthony. He's got to get the stuff together to present what he's doing, how he's doing it, and what the benefit will be should he be successful. But that is kind of in need of doing. So I'm sure he will do it, hopefully today. If not, I'll let the audience know exactly when that's going to be happening. But it doesn't stop you donating to his cause, so I'll spam the chat again. There's his GoFundMe campaign.
Shout out to the street artist Nora Noon. She's trying to get some funds together to go to Denver for the Flat Earth Conference. So
yeah, there's a few people who've been doing that. I know Authentic Intent did a GoFundMe to raise money to get there and was successful. Good on you. Wow, he's doing quite well. 720 of his £2,100 goal has been raised so far. I'm going to shout out the contributors. Big shout out to Nathan Oakley. Oh, that's me. Shout out to Stefan. And Christopher Lees. Big shout out to you. Anonymous. Shout out to you. Leon Geng. Massive shout out to you, my friend. Jonathan Vincent, also known as Haunted House. Big shout out to you. Brandon Toy. £100. Wow. Big, massive shout out to Brandon Toy. Michael Seklewski. Thank you very much indeed for donating to Anthony's cause. £100 also. Wow. Shout out to legendary looming non-standard refraction hyena. £25 donated. Earth Flattener, £50. Wow, thank you. Benjamin Coe, £100. Wow, thank you very much. Ian Mattison. Wow, big shout out to you. Betty Van Valsen, another £100. Generous people. Robert Scott, £90. Warren Bray, big shout out to you. Russ Houghton, big shout out to you. Anthony Riley, donating to his own cause. Good on you. That's it. How many people donated? 17 people have donated. That's pretty amazing.
Sorry, I'm so cheap.
I will support him once, like I said. It's the least we can do, to help, push this information out there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure's going to be on Anthony. I mean, that's the other reason why it's beneficial to do it in this way, because it's not just going to be him on his own doing it. He's got to keep people updated, and there will be a bit of pressure on him, which never hurts.
Hey, and if he needs to talk or vent something, I'm open for it.
Yeah, well, I don't doubt for 1 second he's going to be discussing his progress on this show and on his own show and on his logs.
They're playing through. That's Isamahowski in the screen.
Say again?
They're playing through. That's Isamahowski in the screen right there. I think you asked yesterday or something.
Yeah, I was wondering who that was. Yep.
That's Issa.
Okay.
Wearing a Flat Earth QED shirt. Very sporting.
Hey, is that the Isle of Man? That's really not there. That's looming behind the curve. Boom.
It's a slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena hologram of the Isle of Man. Nah, not really. It's just the Isle of Man.
It's just hidden behind.
Hello, Unorthodox.
Hello.
Goody.
Good to have you.
What's going on, fellas?
Same.
So what's Anthony Riley's paper about?
Paper?
Yeah, I saw the I thought you guys were just talking about he's looking for donations for like submitting a paper, some kind of academic paper.
Yeah, he's doing a master's degree in law. By virtue of doing a master's degree, he can actually basically get something through peer review.
Oh, you're talking about his dissertation? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Does he have a topic picked out?
Yeah, education.
Education?
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna kind of revolve around the flat Earth a little bit.
Yeah. Well, revolve around us not revolving around.
Yeah, it's revolving. I see what you did there.
No, I think that's a pretty good word, revolving around. I'd say that's actually a pretty good word.
2
I
words.
was watching some podcast or listening to some podcast yesterday, and they were talking about the history of flat Earth.
Cool.
You become a flat earther then?
Were you trying
What
to
your
bait
thoughts?
us? I mean, okay, great. You saw that. What's next?
Was that it? You just wanted to
Yeah,
let us know?
I was listening to some flat Earth campaigning yesterday too.
I was listening to a bit of Little Mix before the show started. Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah.
Was there a point unorthodox is the subtle hint we're trying to give
There's
you?
never a point for unorthodox.
So what are your thoughts?
I'm
Balrog?
sorry, something happened with my phone. I didn't hear your response about the question for the gentleman regarded as the plain truth in terms of the history of flat Earth.
Well, what information do you have? I mean, you want to just start talking about something I don't know anything about?
Well, I'm just curious if that's where you got your nickname.
Weren't you gonna present something?
No, I
No,
wanted
no
to ask you
point
guys
for
about
that.
you
the
were on
history
your
of flat
phone?
Earth.
Have
You
you
guys
done
don't
that
know
yet?
who I'm referring to?
No.
No? Well, that was his nickname. His nickname was the plain truth. There was 2 gentlemen they were referring to. One of them ended up ciphering out $5 million from his flat Earth followers, and I forget the gentleman's name, but do you guys know the gentleman I'm speaking about there, who
Is that a
was
time
kind of
bomb?
discredited? That siphoned off $5 million from his flat Earth followers. I think this was a long time ago. This was back in the early 1900s, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? No, that's well, I've seen various different things that have been released from the 1900s, various different billboards and articles, but that one doesn't ring a bell, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I wish I had the information right in front of me right now.
Yeah,
but
so
I
do we.
don't.
Yeah, so do we, buddy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll gather it up and I'll come back. Maybe
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you go do that. Run along.
It's really kind
Come
of
back
you.
with a point next time.
That's so kind, unorthodox.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not the first time that you've come with nothing, claiming you'll come back with it. You know what I mean?
Well, you guys come with nothing every day, so I mean, I'm just kind of, taking the lead. I'm just, following you guys' lead.
Really?
Hey, do you say that to the ladies as well?
What's
So,
that?
on screen now is the position that I've stood and looked at these concrete nouns in the distance. It's on screen right now. See this on screen right now? I've measured that with the tape measure.
You've
the
measured
hell is
what
that
with
ticking?
the tape measure, Nathan?
Yeah, this face of this cliff here. There was a lot of contention about the observer height before we realised that the whole calculation itself is a begging the question fallacy and automatically assumes the outcome. But before we realised that, to get to that conclusion, we did things like this, practical stuff like measuring hills, pandering to globeheads and their fallacious arguments. But
What
you've got
the
to go
hell
through
is
this.
this ticking? What is this timer going
How
off?
did
Are
you
you
measure that with
literally smoking what I think you
Yeah.
are?
The sound
That
of
My
his
didn't
what,
sound
vape.
like cannabis to me.
No, I think it's just the sound of his vape machine.
Yeah,
Sounds like
probably
a-
what
it sounds
is.
like a
You can
timer.
hear the ticking. I'm walking around. I got a
Yeah.
little ticker machine with me.
Yeah.
Oh god.
If it's too annoying, I'll just get off here anyways. I just wanted to
Yeah,
jump on here and kind of mess with you guys for a
But
minute. Ask you
what I
guys about
wanted
the
to say
history
is
of
that-
flat Earth and how the gentleman who started it all had embezzled $5 million from his.
Well, you said that you didn't have this to present us, like the multitude of other things that you've come on the show claimed and never actually presented any evidence of, like scientific proof. You just make up a hypothesis claiming that you've proved something with science, but never actually show us any systematic experimentation. You've then claimed that we never have anything. Like you said, you've got nothing. On screen throughout every single debate is the practical things we have done. Have you ever left?
Oh, give me a break, Nathan.
Give you a break? No. On screen right now, I have stood there and taken pictures of stuff. Anthony has stood there.
Stood there and taking pictures of stuff.
Yeah, that's right. That's the practical stuff that we have done that's actually being demonstrated on screen right now. So when you say we don't present anything, that's horseshit. You don't present anything, you're just projecting your bullshit onto me.
The only thing I've seen you guys present was...
It's being presented right now, it's on screen, you stupid fuckwit.
Well,
Don't ever assert to me again that we don't present anything. Don't project your lies onto me. You never present anything. You haven't presented anything here, Unorthodox. On screen right now is the stuff that I have presented. Yeah? That's what's on screen. So to assert that I don't present anything is an outrage. You're just a liar. Stop projecting your shit onto me. You don't present anything here, Unorthodox. You never have. You've got nothing. Nothing. Hello, MG42 Pillbox. How you doing? Good to have you. Hey, Pillbox.
My proof of
What's going on, players? Nathan, what up?
No.
Praise be to Jesus. How you doing, Pillbox?
You can't vary gravity, Orthodox.
Oh my gosh, this guy has informed us that some flat earther has stolen $5 million.
Yeah, the OG.
And that sounds that sounds pretty important.
Back in 1900s.
Wow, that's amazing.
Do you make up these kind of bullshit?
I had to put my surprise hat on because I was really surprised when I heard that.
Did you make up these kind of bullshit stories too when you try to hit on girls?
All
That's what I was saying.
Same shape as your dances, huh?
Can I get a second? Hey, Unorthodox, I got a word over here. I agree with you when you say, Nathan, that's not very scientific. When he threw the measuring tape down the hill and saw things in the distance. Exactly, I agree with you. Nathan, Riley, they're not claiming that's science. They're just doing observations and measurements. That's true. Now, you claim you're doing science, and I haven't seen any science coming from you.
That's exactly what I did. I did 2 scientific proofs exactly the way you guys wanted them. I did exactly how you guys outlined it. I did.
Right, let's just correct this idiot again for about the 5th time. So what he did was attempt to formulate a pseudoscience hypothesis and backed it with absolutely no systematic experimentation whatsoever. Because he's basically a retard, he thinks he's done science. That's science, that is. I formulate a crap hypothesis and that's science. I've done exactly what you asked for. No, you are a retard. You haven't done what we asked for. That's not science.
Right?
That's the ramblings of a retard. That would be you.
Well, then you need to change your scientific method outline. Nathan.
My scientific method. No, the scientific method, Sunshine. Something that you haven't got the vaguest idea about. So don't come here telling us we don't do anything. Don't come here telling us you've done science. You are a retard. Not a scientist, a retard. Repeat after me, Unorthodox. Retard. That's what you are.
What's the big deal with the hill, Nathan?
So didn't you just listen when I explained this to you? Prior to us realising that the calculator itself is a begging the question fallacy and entirely excludes perspective, there was a stage that we pandered to idiot globeheads like you who don't realise they have a religious belief in an R value. And as a consequence, we went out into the field to pander to globeheads and measure heights and distances from elevations where photography was taking pictures of concrete nouns, things we see, that you guys claim are holographic refractions of things because you're idiots and have a model. That's why I have taken pictures of hills. Did you listen the first time? You didn't quite manage to listen all the way through to the end the second time. You're going to ask me again why we've measured a hill? Or did you listen?
No, that sounds great.
That sounds great, does it? Now you tell me what you've bought here. Because you acclaimed I've bought nothing. So what have you bought here? Other than your...
I really didn't get the end point, Nathan. Can you sum it up a little more quickly rather than like three...
What, a third time? No. I'll just assert that you're either deaf or a retard.
It took you about 3 paragraphs to sum that up.
If you shut up, Unorthodox, you can listen.
You're too stupid to listen. I'm not going to give it you a third time. I'll just assert again that you're stupid and incapable of listening.
I'll just assert that it took you 3 paragraphs to explain your idea, and it was very muddled.
Yeah, 3 paragraphs is very difficult if you are a retard. Paying attention for more than 1 sentence is difficult if you're a retard. That'd be you. Yes, I realise your attention span is limited. Another demonstration of why you are a retard. You have a limited attention span. I get it. I know that unless I can summarise it in about 3 words, it will be on the attention span of you retard.
Can we debate something real quick that you guys talk about a lot?
Why? Unless I can summarise my point in 3 sentences, you'll talk over me and not understand the point because you're a retard. What's the point? We're dealing with thickos. You.
Well, maybe you can be a little more concise in the future, Nathan.
Oh, really? What? Dumb it down a bit for you retard? No, thanks.
Yeah.
I'd rather just deal with people who have a few more intelligent cells in their brain than you.
No. Let me know if you want me to mark one. So let's debate, like, okay, so you're talking about...
Let's debate, let's come up with the science. No, you're just a dumbass. I don't want to talk to you anymore, to be honest. I'm sick of dealing with thickos like you. Sick of it.
I know.
Just sick of it.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it is difficult. It's like pulling teeth when somebody says, oh my god, you had 3 paragraphs and I couldn't pay attention for the entire time. That is annoying. How stupid the kind of people like you who come here are.
I'm just saying, it should be a little more concise, Nathan.
Yeah, it should be more dumbed down for a retard. I know what you want. You want me to dumb it down to less than 3 paragraphs. Heaven help you with a whole book. Heaven help you with a whole book.
So I take it you don't want to debate the topic. I wanted to...
What topic? I've demolished the fact that you've asserted you've had science when you've actually formulated a non-scientific hypothesis that doesn't establish your claimed cause to be the cause. Then you claim that that's science, having done absolutely no systematic experimentation with your incorrect formulated hypothesis. You're a retard. Why would we debate you? You're a retard.
Well, then you shouldn't have any problem debating me. Right?
Don't.
You're inconsistent.
Don't. Just come here, start
You're not making a lot of sense.
Man, you're full of nothing.
You're riding on bluff, you're riding on your self-confidence, but you have nothing to present for it. That's the problem with you.
I wanted to debate philosophical ideas right now.
Go to the philosophical channel now.
Well, it's a debate. So I wanted to debate something in regards to something you guys talk about a lot.
Like
even the ones on your side are telling us to kick you out. Lottie, example. You say, out, out, out. Kick him.
Like,
somebody's sniping.
So you don't want to discuss it?
Like what? Just out with it.
Okay, you guys talk about you can't study something unless it's part of the natural world. And my question is why? Why can't you? Why is that a problem?
No, that's not what we say. Science is a study of the natural world. Science is a study of naturally occurring phenomena. That's science, not us.
Didn't ask you to repeat
Sorry,
the same thing.
dickhead. Did you hear what I just said? Was that less than a paragraph and you couldn't even listen to that?
100 times,
Excuse me, dickhead. Try and pay attention. I realise that your attention span in that instance was less than 1 sentence. Science is a study... Oh, really? I got 2 words out before. Retard boy couldn't help over talking. Right, retard? Try and pay attention, retard. I know it's a struggle. You think that this is our standard when it's science.
Answer, right?
Are you
you
spray
can't help
painting?
himself. Can't help himself.
Maybe.
He's
Yeah, I can
inhaling
hear
that
you
spray
spray
paint or
paint.
doing graffitis, either one.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, I'm
doing
doing graffiti.
gravity.
I'm tagging the city up.
He's doing gravity.
And this microphone must be good. I'm surprised you guys can hear that.
It's getting high on gravity. That's funny.
So, back to the point. That's not our assertion. That's science, you stupid idiot.
Why can't you apply it to something that's man-made, though? Why? Is there a reason, or are you just going to say the same
No, there
thing you
is
said
no
1,000
reason,
times?
and I disagree with that stance.
Because
so you
if
can
it's
go.
man-made, it's not science, as science studies the natural world. So that would not be science if you're studying man-made stuff. That would be
85.
technology. Did you really interrupt me before the conclusion again, retard? That would be technology, not science. Okay, thicko? Not our assertion,
really haven't said
but
anything substantial.
it's nearly there. You're just that stupid. You can't listen. That's another sign of stupidity, not being capable of listening. Technology is what you're describing. Science deals with the
Well, you're
natural
saying
world.
science can
Oh,
prove
really?
things if we
Again.
apply the
I'll do
same-
this all day. Science deals with the natural world. Man-made stuff would be technology. Okay, retard?
Well, I'm asking you, so if science proves things, why can't we use the same methodology for something that's man-made and prove something in that regard?
Let's say it really slowly for this shit for brains. Science is a study of the natural world. The natural world excludes man-made things.
Okay, let me repeat it one more time. Why
Can I see the citation for
apply
that?
that same
Can I see the citation for that?
methodology to unnatural things? Why, Nathan? Why can't we do that?
Can I see the quotation for that?
He's not gonna present nothing.
The
He's
excluding
huffing on
of
spray
man-made.
paint
Hey,
in his head,
I'm
probably.
asking an important question here. Can I see a citation for that?
I'm
Excluding
just talking about
man-made
what
things. I want to
I'm
see
talking
that.
about you guys' definition.
Unorthodox. I'm not asking you.
Oh,
I'm asking Nathan.
excuse me.
Because he's making this quotation really slowly, and I want to see a citation for that, preferably from a person not specifically that we know, but from actual sources that are more clear. Just asking.
Yeah,
I
any
don't
scientific
understand how.
reference?
I'm sorry, so really quick. I don't understand how you guys pay any attention to this kid who is huffing on spray paint probably in his backyard or his shed, and probably the color is pink. Like, I don't understand.
What's the
Really,
matter if it's
you're
pink?
trolling or what?
No, what? You can't debate the idea, so you're just gonna attack me? Give me a break, man. Answer the question.
Okay, so note of that. Let's try this in Orthodox right quick since you brought up philosophical. What does philosophy mean?
We're talking about unless you guys answer that question, I'm not answering your question.
Okay, try one more time. I ask
Then
you
you
a
try one
very
more time to
simple
answer my
question here.
question. Why are you
What does
jumping ship?
philosophy mean?
You answer
And
my
don't
question
be
first, I'll
scared,
answer your
little boy. What does philosophy? You want to get philosophical? Let's see how long it takes you to define
Answer my
your
question.
word. Take your time. How much more time do you need? Come on, this is my point. You guys, these people say words and they have no idea what they are saying. They have no idea. You have to spell out and show them what they believe and what they are saying. How pathetic. One more try. What does the word philosophy mean, since you want to get philosophical?
I tell you what, we'll answer that. I'll answer that question.
How did I know? I could have bet $10,000 you would not be able to answer the question. No, I mean, no wonder Nathan is getting bored picking on retards. It is absolutely pathetic how stupid these people are. I just can't believe how stupid these. No wonder Nathan is getting bored with these idiots and bashing them across their, retarded skulls every day. I mean, it's pure entertainment, unorthodox. I got bad news for you, globetards. You people are literally like a walking suicide cult, walking right over the cliff, showing the entire plane of existence. Don't let this happen to you. You might say, let's get philosophical, and not even be able to answer the word or the question what the philosophical meaning means. I mean, it's psychotic. When can't just, I'll give you $500 right now if you could just come up with a good argument for your globe. Good luck and take your time.
That was fantastic, brother.
Unorthodox, you'll have to unmute yourself. I know that you've been talking to yourself for the last 45 seconds. Try to figure out how your system works. Thanks.
So the natural world is defined as all of the animals, plants, and other things existing in nature and not made or caused by people.
Can I see that?
On screen right now for the audience. My bad that I can't share it. It's just on a tab.
Shout out to Psy Warrior. Psy Warrior is the reason I came in, Nathan. Sorry to interrupt your wonderful hangout. And keep up the good work, Nathan. Again, probably the #1 most entertaining show on this plane of existence, and probably the greatest underground show in many years. So I got to hand it to you. It's entertainment is what it is. It's embarrassing for these people. It is literally like picking. It is like picking on the short bus kids on the playground, and it is embarrassing. It is so sad that these people literally destroy themselves this way. This retard right now is still Googling, trying to figure out which philosophical definition he's going to use. He has no idea. They don't even know what's coming out of their mouth. It is frightening. So you guys keep up the good work. Shout out to Psy Warrior, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good day, everybody.
Next pillbox.
Goodbye, my man.
He was cool.
What's that, Nathan?
Thank you very much.
It's not adding up.
Peace out, play. Arwen, try to relax. Don't be questioning the host too much. I know you're trying to sound smart. Good luck.
I damn well will.
Arwen's ace. Is that really Sleeping Warrior? How you doing, Anthony?
Very serious.
Yo.
Hello.
How are we all?
Good. I've been plugging your GoFundMe. You'd be very proud.
I was listening. I've been out walking the dog, so I've been in and out of signal because my phone's not particularly great at getting a mobile data signal. Must be something to do with those down satellites. But I was listening in and out. I was picking bits up, and I heard Arwen saying that the gravitational force is always down. I had to slap myself. I had to slap my face.
Say that.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna get the soundbite later.
Oh, okay.
You said it's always down, and I'm like, no, it isn't, Arwen. We've had this conversation so many times.
Was that the highlight of whatever you heard on the show? To me,
if you can redefine the direction in which weight is measured, then please do so.
Yeah, we can redefine it, although redefining it isn't really what we're doing.
Go ahead then.
Does helium
it's like when that guy was arguing about the stars yesterday, and he was demanding that the stars rotated in different directions. And the answer, of course, was that, well, it's only different directions if you face the opposite way when you look. Because if you both face in the same direction, they both rise in the same place, and they both set in the same place.
Yeah.
So it's relevant to which direction you're looking. And that's the same with gravity, as you describe it.
Depends on the terminologies you use. And when I talk about directional pressure or a direction of gravity, I'm not talking about a personal direction. I'm talking about a universal Earth-based direction.
How'd you weigh a helium balloon then, Arwen?
As a reference frame.
How'd you weigh a helium balloon? How'd you weigh... Hold on. How'd you weigh a helium balloon then, Arwen? Is that part of the universal direction also? Is that universally going down like everything else? Is it helium balloons?
How you weigh them is very simple. You measure down the total volume of it, then you use the periodic table and extrapolate the weight of it due to its volume, and if you do it correctly, you also get all the pressures involved that are present and everything.
Why can't I just put it on a scale?
I wouldn't be very good at it, but that's how you basically
but there's a better example though.
Just at the end, hold on, Anthony, I will let you go. Why can't I just put it on a scale, Arwen?
Because the surrounding gas doesn't, it's not in its equilibrium.
Oh,
it's
so
still
it's
subjected to buoyancy.
It's traveling up.
Yeah.
So not universally down then.
Yeah. So that's not what weight is about. Weight is mostly about solid objects.
Yeah, well, you said it was directional and it always goes down, and that's not true.
Weight is always measured down. That's right.
Yeah, but what you
actually measured it.
Got to ask again then. Sorry, I'm now really confused. So How do I weigh this balloon again? It doesn't have a weight, or it does.
Calculate its mass, but you can't measure its weight because it's too light here. You could
Really?
potentially measure it really high up,
You're saying you can't
where
measure
the
its
surrounding
weight?
air would not be.
But you could just put the scales upside down, couldn't you, and then measure them?
Hello.
Owen, could you not just put the scales upside down and then see what pressure the balloon puts against the scales
That
upside
wouldn't
down?
yield the correct weight
Why would it not be the correct weight?
because there's other things surrounding it.
Hello, Arif. We hear you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to
Some
have
of
you,
these
Arif.
definitions, I was just gonna say, are very arbitrary. It's like trying to define, left versus right. They're linked definitions, and so you can't really define up unless you link it to down anyway. It's a bit of an assumption to assume that there's some, pulling down. It could be a path quality of matter that's not necessarily a force. If atoms in or atoms, underneath the dome firmament, each have their own force, then they collect at whichever level they're comfortable at energetically or whatever, and you're going to get a gradient naturally anyway without necessarily the gravity, just by dint of the force collecting atoms in the underneath dome firmament enclosure, if you ascribe to that in the flat Earth. So there's no need for a special force of gravity. That may be an assumption. And so we need to see how well based that assumption is. Have we managed to put any of these gravity atoms in a jar, observe it in a definable way that lets us know, hey, this is gravity, or are we making assumptions?
Making assumptions, mathematical based.
Pretty much. And it appears that
Extrapolate observations. That's it.
Well, that's true. That's true. And after a while, observations do lead to a certain atom in the jar. We need to acknowledge, at the very least, that it's a bit of an assumption.
Yeah, I do. A deduction, very specifically a deduction. That's it. I can't point at a cause. I can't vary it. I fully admit it. But yeah, there are still some things, observations that are unexplained, and you can't argue that it's part of buoyancy. That
can you name one that's
pressure of a rock in a stationary setting, having found its equilibrium, will press on whatever it is sitting on with pressure. Buoyancy does not explain that at all.
No, because you're saying that the rock that's sat on the ground is at its equilibrium, and it's not.
Yeah, it's buoyancy. Yeah, it's density.
Oh my God!
It can't move any other direction. Yeah, it is. It's density equilibrium. Yes.
Equilibrium, unless it's able to freely move and choose, and then it doesn't move.
Exactly.
Right, but it's
That's
not
right,
able
but
to
it
freely
will
move,
still
is it?
exert pressure. That's the thing.
Well, Owen, let me ask you about the helium
It only
balloon.
does that way.
Let me ask you about the helium
no
balloon.
other ways.
If I stick a set of digital scales to my ceiling so that they're upside down, and then I put a balloon on the underside of the scale and then let go of it, it would register a value on the scales, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So why would that not be
but
classed?
that's not weight.
Well,
That's not
why
how
would that
weight is measured.
Why would that not be classed as weight when it's got?
Because it's not consistent with the define with how that works. It will not yield the correct result in relation to its actual mass.
So what's different about it then?
Because you have the helium gas that either negates by a certain amount the mass of the balloon. So you've got the balloon nylon that is a couple of grams. So that's its weight. But then if you add more helium, that will not only equal the weight of the balloon material, but then surpass it because you put in more helium so that it will ascend. You're not going to get the weight of the balloon.
Exactly.
Well, how is that different to when the scales are the opposite way around and you put another weight?
You can still measure pressure, but not weight.
Right.
Don't have the exact correlation with the mass that it is defined as.
So you think
mass times gravity in this case, or force, will create the weight, which is defined as pressure.
So I'm a bit confused, Darwin. If you've got the scales upside down and the helium balloon's pushing against it and it gives you a reading of, say, 6 grams, Why is that any different to when it's the opposite way around and something else that weighs 6 grams gets put on the scales? You accept one as weight, but you don't accept the other. Why not?
Because that is not what weight is defined as.
Okay.
Well, also,
It's
a
conditional
force
pressure.
implies-
It's conditional pressure. Let's just get that clear. And
Conditional
direct correlation with mass, atomic mass.
That's nonsense.
That's how
a
it is
nonsense
defined.
phrase.
Yes.
Conditional
Well,
pressure.
let's
did you
see
say?
these
The
forces.
condition must be that the measurement must be correct in relation to the mass of that which is weighed, and that can only work in one direction. With
No,
solid
we're
objects.
demonstrating that it would work in 2 directions. We have the scales.
No,
upside
it doesn't work because
And
it doesn't
also,
have the same correlation. That's what I'm trying to tell
Well,
you.
okay, all right. Let's just say that you're right. I don't agree with you, but let's just say you're right on that one. If
Right.
I stand next to you, right, and you hold a football, so you're shoulder to shoulder to me, you hold a football and you drop it on the floor, we'll both agree that you would say that the ball will fall down. If I stand on my head,
It's personal.
whilst you're stood upright and you drop the ball, that ball's not then going down for me, it's going up.
And with that, I'm going to say first and foremost a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the live audience for tuning in and hopefully sharing this debate. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. If you hated the show, then you know exactly what to do. But if you liked it, maybe consider sharing it with a friend or subscribing if you've not done so already. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!